Welcome! If you've ever craved that unbelievable, super crispy fried seafood you get from the best spots in Egypt, well, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to walk you through my own personal, foolproof method for the most amazing fried shrimp and fish. We're going to bring that street food magic right into your own kitchen.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. No more soggy, sad fried seafood. I think the biggest mistake people make is thinking it's complicated. But the real secret isn't some long, crazy list of ingredients. Not at all. It's all about a simple technique that gives you a coating that is so crispy, so full of texture, it's just perfect every single time. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to get a clear picture of our delicious goal, the perfect sandwich. Then we'll absolutely master crispy shrimp, use that same exact technique for fish, whip up the essential tahini sauce, and finally, put it all together.
Right, let's start with where we're headed. Just picture this with me. A warm, soft piece of pita bread, and it's piled high with shrimp that are so crunchy you can hear it. Then you've got a handful of sharp, peppery arugula, and it's all finished with a generous drizzle of this cool, tangy tahini sauce. That incredible mix of textures and flavors, that's exactly what we're making today. Okay, the foundation of any amazing dish starts with flavor, and that means the marinade. We're going to infuse our shrimp with these beautiful, classic Egyptian spices. But, and this is important, the key here is timing. We want all that flavor, but we don't want the lemon juice to make the shrimp tough. So for about a kilogram, which is just over 2 pounds of shrimp, you're going to combine these simple but really powerful ingredients. You've got the cumin and coriander for that classic Egyptian warmth. But listen, the turmeric is absolutely crucial. That's our little secret for getting that gorgeous golden color. Just mix it all together and let it marinate for 30 minutes. That's it, 30 minutes tops. Any longer and that lemon juice is going to start to cook the shrimp, and we don't want that. Now here we go. This is the core technique. This is the real game changer. We're not just going to dredge this in flour. No, we're using a 2-part system, a wet batter followed by a dry coating. It's this 1-2 punch that creates that super crispy, craggy crust that actually sticks to the shrimp instead of falling off in the fryer. Okay, so here's how our system breaks down. On one side, you have the wet batter. Think of it as our seasoned, sticky base that helps everything cling. But the dry coating? That's where the real magic happens. We're using cornstarch for some serious crispiness and a little bit of baking powder to get a light, airy texture. And, for even more crunch and color, I love to throw in about ½ cup of crispy breadcrumbs. Totally optional, but so good. All right, this is my favorite time-saving trick to get a perfect coating without making a huge mess. Forget breading each piece one by one. We're going to do it all at once. Just dump the wet battered shrimp into a container or even a big zip-top bag with the dry mix. Seal it up and just shake. This method is so fast, so clean, and it creates all those little nooks and crannies in the coating that get incredibly crunchy when they hit that hot oil. Now, let's talk oil. The temperature is everything. You absolutely need your oil at a steady 180 degrees Celsius. That's 350 Fahrenheit. If it's too cool, the coating will just soak up oil and get greasy. Nobody wants that. But at the right temperature, that crust sets and gets crispy almost instantly. And believe me, the cooking itself is so fast. For large shrimp, you're looking at only about 3 minutes total. They cook through and turn this perfect golden brown. Now, the most important rule here is do not overcrowd the pan. Fry in batches. This keeps the oil temperature high and makes sure every single piece gets perfectly, beautifully crisp. And here is one last, absolutely essential tip to keep that amazing crunch you worked for. When the shrimp come out of the hot oil, put them directly on a wire rack. This lets the air circulate all around them, and it stops the bottoms from steaming and getting soft. If you use paper towels, they just trap that steam, and it'll undo all of your hard work. Okay, let's talk about the fish. And you know what the best part is? Now that you've mastered this technique for shrimp, you already know how to do it for fish. It works just as perfectly. We're going to use the exact same marinade and the exact same 2-part coating system. For this, I really like using tilapia or another firm white fish. All you do is slice the fillets into strips, about the size of chicken tenders. The marinating process is identical, but since fish pieces are a little thicker than shrimp, you can let them marinate a bit longer. Up to an hour is totally fine. And the process from here? It's exactly the same. You dip the marinated fish strips into the wet batter, make sure they're completely covered, then you transfer them to your container with a dry coating, pop the lid on, and give it that same good, vigorous shake. Then you just fry them at 180 Celsius until they're golden, crispy, and cooked all the way through. So easy. Of course, no Egyptian seafood sandwich is complete without tahini sauce. It's just the perfect cool, creamy, nutty contrast to that hot, crunchy seafood. Let me show you how to whip up a fantastic batch in just 5 minutes. The ingredients are super simple, but the most important step here is to add the water slowly while you're whisking. You're going to see the tahini seize up and get really, really thick at first. Do not panic. This is completely normal. It's supposed to happen. Just keep slowly adding water and whisking, and it will magically transform into this perfectly smooth, creamy, pourable sauce. Once it's smooth, then you can whisk in all the other flavorings. All right, look at us. All of our components are ready to go. The seafood is hot and crispy, the tahini sauce is creamy and packed with flavor. Now, for the best part, let's assemble this sandwich. Following these simple steps is going to create the perfect bite every single time. You get that amazing, satisfying crunch from the seafood, that fresh, peppery bite from the arugula, the cool creaminess from the tahini, and then that final burst of bright acid from the lemon juice. It is just a truly perfect combination. And there you have it, a truly authentic, absolutely delicious meal that's so much easier to make than you might think. I really hope you feel inspired to bring a taste of Egypt's amazing street food scene right into your own home. The only question left is, what are you going to make first, the shrimp or the fish?